Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Chill Art Sunday. Today may be extra chill because it hasn't been very long since I woke up, so I'm still very slow right now. Anyway, welcome back to the Chill Art Sunday, everybody. Thank you all so much. Excuse me. Thank you all so much for joining today's show. I hope you all are doing very well, and as always, as I always say, I hope you're doing better than me. Good morning, Reptane. Some more coffee would be nice, but I just had mine. Thank you very much. So yeah, I hope you are doing very well, better than me, and that your week has been a good one and better than mine as well. Welcome to the Church Sunday, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Whether you're watching this, the BH Fanatico, I hope I am pronouncing your name right. Thank you so much for joining this stream, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. You are all very welcome here. But yeah, I hope your week has been a good one, and as always, better than mine. So I actually went on ahead and already opened the project that I am working on, because usually when I start the stream I don't have this stuff open, but that's because it turns out I actually need more RAM, so I went ahead and opened this ahead of time so it would not be so sluggish at the start. Anyway, so let's see, where was I? I was at my dad's place earlier and he had a pack of Kit Kats lying around. Oh, those are delicious. That misses broth from Japan. Green tea? I've never seen chocolate flavor. I've never seen green tea or tea in general flavored chocolate before. I had no idea that stuff exists. Is it any good? Kit Kats are usually very nice, but that flavor plus S, S tier then, I assume. Japan has some wacky flavor. Well, flavors are not the only wacky things Japanese have over there. I mean, have you ever watched any anime? That crap is nuts. A lot of them also have lots of nuts in them. You know, let's not go there. Instead, let's go here to this winter wonderland with this dragoness. And let me grab my pen. Tavern. Alright, let's take a quick look at that before we jump into this. I mean, I'd be down to try it. Certainly doesn't look bad. I've never seen a Kit Kat in Japanese. That's the first time that I see one. Interesting. Alright. So let's see, what have I done here last time? And what do I have to do this time? So I have basically drawn most of her scales. Right, we can't read it. There's something on my screen here. It's a hair! There, it's gone. We can really see it very clearly, but she does have these scale effects over here too. Like you can see some here. What was that music we are hearing while watching for stream starts? Well, that depends. The intro that I use, it usually plays 3 songs during the 10 minutes countdown. But if I have to stay on the intro for a little longer, then it plays a 4th song. I don't remember. Frick, I don't remember I mean, I know them from memory. I don't remember their names. Hold on, let me open the file where I have that thing there. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna fetch the names of the songs used on the intro. Hold on. If I can remember where intro assets, maybe. So I think I am using intro 6 currently. Let's open this. Just a moment, Fanatical. I'll fetch you the names of those songs. One of them is called Days of Silence, which I think is the last one that I was playing before I switched scenes. One is It's Unbelievable, I think. Let's see. The first one is by an artist called Lutari Fan. It's called Where the Heart Is. The second one is Solidarity, the soft version, by Prince Whatever. The third one that plays right after that is Days of Silence by Replacer, which is probably the last one you heard. And if the intro would have to run for a little longer, then it would have played Ghosty by Jastrian and Fritzy Beat, featuring Turquoise Splash. Those are the songs. They are awesome. I love those songs. I wouldn't be using them on the intro otherwise. The third one was Days of Silence. This one here. You know what? Let me drop the link to that song in the chat. Replacer, Days of Silence. This beautiful tune. You're very welcome, Fanatical. Yeah, that's the one. You know, I'm just gonna let this play. Just gonna lower the volume, otherwise it's going to be overwhelmingly loud over my voice. I love this song, it's so sweet. Excuse me. Alright, so back to figuring out what I did last time and what I am supposed to do next. Well, obviously I still need to work on these paw prints. They are very much unfinished. But I think my priority right now is going to be finishing her scales, or more precisely the scales effect. I don't actually draw scales. I don't know how to do that yet. Not enough black and death metal. I mean, I don't think I could call it the chill art Sunday if I had black and death metal playing, don't you think? Alright. So yeah, I think I'm going to give priority to the scales first. And once I have those in place, I will work some more on these paw prints and then work out the rest. So I've done the scales effect on the main layer here, the body. Gotta do them on the head, her right paws and the right wing over there. Usually chill when listening to that genre. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do her head. Yes, let's draw the scale effects, the scales effect on her head next. Let's see, where do I have to make the new layer? So that's there. That marking, I used a line art for it. It's fine, no big deal. Alright, let's make a new layer here. Let me just check something real quick. Where's those other body scales? Okay. So that's like that. So let's call this head scales light. And let's begin with those. Let's grab my dragon scales brush, the one that I have been using for her, which I believe was this here for the body, but for the head I reckon I should use a smaller one. Yeah. Now the light source being like around this in this general direction. Where should this effect be applied? Maybe some here at the top of her head. Just not like that. No, that looks like crap. You know, maybe I should not apply any of this up here. No. Some on the cheek, that's for sure. Oh, that kind of looks like she's blushing now. Obviously, this is not the color that I'm gonna have here for these scales. I'm using this color just so I can actually see what I'm doing. Because if I use the actual color these scales are supposed to have on this area of her face here, it's gonna be that, and well, I can see it, but not very clearly. But yeah, that was Days of Silence by Replacer. Wonderful musician this guy is. I love his music. And that song. Let's drop the size of this brush. It is indeed. That song either has already played or will still play on this playlist here. It is in this playlist. I don't know if it is before the song that is playing right now or after. It's probably before, actually. Can I spot it? It's in here somewhere. Either it will play or it has already played. Anyway, let's give this gal some scales. And I gotta do this right, so the shading later will work just fine. I think I hear fireworks outside for some reason. Who's shooting fireworks? Let's add a few here on this marking. A little more up here. I guess that is fine. Let's drop this now to size 50. Daz! Happy Sunday! Thank you for joining the stream. Welcome. Hamburger. I would appreciate a hamburger myself. No problem, Fanatico. Thank you so much for showing up today. I hope you enjoyed the little. So actually, you barely saw anything, but thank you so much regardless, and I hope you enjoyed. Sleep well and dream of dragons, my friend. Tacos are very good. I haven't had a taco in a very long time. You enjoy that Taco Bell. But how dare you talk about food I like without actually sharing it? How dare you not share your food with dragons? I mean, with a dragon, or the dragon in this case. One does not simply bring food near the dragon and don't share it. Oh, you should try a taco if you can, Riptang. It's very good. Tacos and burritos. Nacho fries, I don't think I ever tried. But they do sound delicious. Okay, this brush needs to be smaller. We have this place here in my city that makes Mexican food. There's actually not many places that do that here, because Mexican food is not popular in Brazil. But to my knowledge, there's only 2 restaurants that do it. One is extremely expensive, and the other is more affordable, but super far away from my house. But also expensive, which is the reason why I rarely ever go there. But to my knowledge, because Mexican food is not popular here, and Brazilians are actually usually not that fond of spicy food, They don't make it with all of the added pepper that the Mexican food usually has by default. What they do instead is they make the food and serve the the sauces separately. So you can add as much as you want if you want. You can add pepper as much as you think you can handle. I actually really like that because I personally don't like pepper. Never did. I like to taste the food, not the pepper, not the spice. I'd probably avoid that and burritos anyway, because I heard far too many diarrhea memes about Taco Bell, for instance. I may be mistaken, but I believe the reason why that happens, allegedly, is because of the spices. But yeah, over here they don't add the spices to the food, to the tacos, the burritos and stuff. You yourself can add them as much as you want if you want. And again, I like that because I don't like pepper, but I really like the taste of the actual taco and the burrito. It's really good. And I never had to run an emergency mission to the bathroom after eating those, Riptane, just so you know. But probably because I never added the spices. Now, having said that, I remember this one time I was there with my dad, and they served these 3 tiny little cups of sauces. Each little cup had a different sauce, and I didn't know which or what each one of those were. So what did I have there? Was that a taco or burrito? I think I was having a burrito with nachos. Yes, I think that was it. So I was eating my nachos, and I was trying those sauces by dipping the nacho in the sauce and eating it. I tried the first one. It tastes delicious. I think the first one was something made with avocado. I don't know. It wasn't spicy, not spicy at all. It was very tasty. I really enjoyed it. So I tried the second one. I don't remember why can't I speak? I don't remember what the second one was, but it was very good. Also not spicy. And so I thought to myself, hey, these are really good. I assume the third one is going to be just as good, if not better. So for the third one, I grabbed the nacho and I basically covered the whole thing with that third sauce, and I put the whole thing in my mouth. Turns out the third one was super spicy. And I started to sweat. At that moment, I basically regretted everything. I told my dad, Dad, I should not have done that. I definitely still do not like pepper. It was fun. I wouldn't do that again, though. But yeah, it was fun. Excuse me. Now, these hair things, well, for one, this is not actually hair, or a mane for that matter. It's way too thick to be that kind of thing. But regardless, for the lack of a better term, I'm gonna call this hair. I'm not sure if this hair thing would have scales like this. Would it? Maybe. The only time I ate something spicy and immediately regretted it was when Beast Wash was still open here in the city. They served curry roast, and they had different hot sauces on a scale. Yeah, I'm not a fan of sauces in general. No, not sauces. Spices. Yes, spice. That's what I should say. I really want to say just pepper, but let's say spices in general. Anyway, I'm not a fan of spices in general. I don't really like them. It's not necessarily because of the effect they produce in your mouth. It's more because the taste, their taste is just overwhelming. To my palate anyway, it is overwhelming. It overwhelms the taste of the food you are eating. Like most of the time you taste just the spice and not the food you are eating. I don't like that. If I wanted to taste just the spice, I would eat just the spice. You know? I had to fight staying on my legs while holding on the standing table. Goodness me. Also, presumably, the best thing to fight the effect of spices. Again, I want to say pepper, but let's say spices. The best way to fight back the effects of spices, let's say the taste, is actually milk and not water. But if you are lactose intolerant, good luck. Consistency and looks were just like literal blood. Yikes. You know, I really don't think these should have these scale effects on them. I really don't think they should. And yet, at the same time, I feel they should. What do I do? Ice cold lemon cake, that and cold chocolate milk. But you know why? Most of the reason why, at least, it's because both cake and chocolate milk, they both have lactose in them. It's a lactose that fights the effect of the spice. That's why milk itself is so effective, because that's where lactose comes from. And to my knowledge, I could be wrong. I'm not a cook. I don't know how to cook, so I could be completely wrong on this. So don't quote me on it. But to my knowledge, you can't bake a cake without using milk. Lemon is acidic, that helps a lot. Yeah, that is the reason why I said for the most part, or for a great part anyway, it is because of the lactose. But yeah, can you make a cake without milk? I'm actually curious. Let me ask my phone. Can you bake a cake without using milk?
Here's what I found on the web.
Couldn't you just tell me yes or no, you stupid thing? Ugh. The stuff she found on the web is just a bunch of recipes. That doesn't answer my question. At best here I have that section of Google that says, you know, that people also ask. And in here there's some stuff pretty similar to my question. Like, people also ask, what happens if I don't put milk in my cake? Can I use water instead of milk in my cake? What can I use instead of milk in cake? Is milk necessary for cake? Let's try this one. The answer is moisture and texture. The proteins in milk contribute to the structure of the baked item, resulting in a tender crumb. Without milk, baked goods might turn out dry and crumbling, lacking the desired consistency. So in other words, you do need milk. That's gonna be my answer. What is that there? Let's see. Oh, that looks good. I don't know what the white stuff is, but damn. Oh, can I have this? I want this. Take away the spice. I'm assuming this sauce here is saucy. Either that or this here, whatever that is. Take that away from my plate and let me have everything here. Oh, I would probably eat at least 2 of these. I love meat, guys. I love meat. Meat and fries. The only reason why this is not making me hungry right now is because I woke up shortly ago. Otherwise, I would be starving immediately. Well, almost immediately. Not really spicy at all. Well, then I would have it. It does look good. But yeah, that looks really, really good. You know what doesn't really look good? Whatever it is that I am doing right now. Again, at the same time that I think these hair things should not have these scale effects, at the same time I think they should. I don't know what I do. You got a bazillion places serving those. Germany? What? Oh, I get it. I mean, I think if you were to open a place here in Brazil selling, making this here, 1, it would sell, and 2, there would be a bunch of people asking for a serving of rice, at least rice, to be added here. And actually, you know what? I believe that would go along really well. And if you add baked beans too, that would be the perfect lunch. And if you call it German cuisine, you could even charge a fortune for that. Even though that stuff is stuff that I think anyway that basically anyone can cook at home. You are a merry broke? I am Brazili broke. Welcome to the club. Then we can talk about customizations. Oh yes, absolutely. I'm all for that idea. And I'm not saying that I, for example, would ask for a serving of rice on the side or add it, you know. I'm just saying that there would be many people here who would want some rice and probably beans. But that's basically because Brazilians are very used to eating rice and beans on their meals. That's basically the default dish most people eat at lunch and dinner. It's usually a steak or sausage, rice and beans. That's the most basic dish you will ever find anywhere in Brazil. You go to any restaurant and you look at people's plates, all of them. I guarantee you, at least 99% of the people eating there, they will have rice and beans on their plates. You know, I really don't like these scale effects on these hair things. I really don't. I am not going to add them. Let's remove it. Were French fries even invented by the French? I gotta ask the real questions here. Why are they called French fries if they were not invented by the French? Just like how British people default is crumpets, I have no idea what a crumpet is. I have a lot of Brit friends and they say they eat crumpets with almost everything they eat. French sucks anyway. I'm afraid I cannot disagree. Especially after this year's Olympics. They lost all my respect. You know what I find extremely weird and maybe even a bit disgusting? People who treat baked beans as something, how can I put it? Well, not rare, but like some kind of special food. No, that's not the word that I'm looking for. Delicacy. Who treat beans as a delicacy, but not really that. But people who eat toast with beans on top. Like, ugh. Dude, one, beans are not a delicacy, and two, you don't put beans on a toast. That's... What is wrong with people who do that? Besides the British, anyway, because, I mean, they're British. Oh my god. I remember having some very stupid discussions when I was in the Truckers MP staff, because there's a lot of Brits in there who do that, and they treat the thing, beans on toast, that is, they treat that as like the best thing in the world. And I mean, no, just no. Beans are not a delicacy, and you don't put beans on toast. You don't even eat beans with bread at all. That's disgusting. We don't even call them French fries here at all. Neither here in Brazil, mind you. Over here we just call them batata frita, which translating into English is just fried potatoes. Because that is literally what they are. Fried potatoes. You just cut them in those long things, long shapes, and you fry them. That's it, fried potatoes. Or fritten. Yeah, that reminds me of how the Americans call them. Fries. Which is also what they are. You fry the potatoes, they get fried. Fries. And I may be mistaken, but somewhat recently, Brazilians started using that term as well. I remember hearing it a few times, and also reading it in some places. People calling, instead of saying fried potatoes, just asking for fries. Like, on the few times that I went to Burger King, for example, I remember hearing people asking for fries. Just fries. Of course, they were speaking Portuguese, so they said fritas, which is how fries would translate. Would translate into. Just remembered something from over 20 years ago. What is it? Whatever it is that I am doing here, I need to make less of it. So let's reduce. Had a vending machine here near my old place I used to live, next to the entry of a shop. Don't tell me they put fries in a vending machine. Those would be soggy as hell. Soggy and floppy as hell. And cold, probably. Man, I have no idea why, but my left nostril is running non-stop. This is very upsetting. Thankfully I have a napkin here on my desk, but this is uncomfortable. Man, I just cleaned this and I mean, it's a good thing you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. No face cam. No. You paid 2 mark and it made you a portion of fresh fries. Oh, the machine didn't have fries. It actually made them on the fly. Oh, that actually sounds very good. I had no idea machines like those existed. That changes everything. Oh, by the way, remember those times when I went completely bananas because of the color of her eye in the snow? That is supposed to be white, just not completely 100% white, but a very light shade of the gray, I believe. Anyway, point is, white. Technically speaking, white. But I was going bananas because I swear I am seeing like some kind of shade of pink here, even though it isn't, and I even thought that I maybe had pressed something on the keyboard that changed something in Photoshop, and I compared to the original color that I sampled on another file that I sampled it from, and it was indeed exactly the exact same RGB value and all of that stuff. I believe I have discovered the reason why, even right now as I speak, I believe I have discovered the reason why I am not seeing this color as it actually is supposed to be. The reason is because of basically the whole picture. This character's color, this bluish color of her skin, her scales. No, not that. Wrong layer. This color here. Plus all the whiteness on the background and the snow and stuff. This is throwing off my color perception. It is causing some kind of optical illusion. My brain is seeing more of this and less of this, and I don't know how to explain. It's causing some kind of contrast that is basically messing up how my brain is perceiving this color here. That is the reason why I am not seeing this as how I normally would if I were looking at this character here, for example. Because, as a matter of fact, the white that I used for her eyes, I sampled that color directly from this guy here. It's the exact same white he uses. Actually, I used this picture here to sample that color from. So anyway, the reason why I can't see that color as the same here as I see it here, even though they are the exact same value, is because of the contrast everything else in this picture is causing. It's such a weird thing. I don't know how to explain it, but I really don't see this as pinkish on Michael Braveheart. I really don't, and yet on her I do. But that's because he has a darker shade of, well, his colors are much darker. He's green, and she's basically all white with a hue of blue, maybe. It's such a weird thing. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, that is why I was perceiving that wrong. I am perceiving that wrong. There's a modern version of that here. Cold whites. Yeah. So that's what the machine looks like. Palm mats. Palm mess. What does it say on the side here? Blitchenel? Blitchenel, I think. Fresh Blitchenel. Lekker. Necking. No, not necking. Neckig. Neckig? Neckig? I don't know how to German. Lightning fast. Blitchenel. Ah. Lekker. Necknick. Necknick? Whatever, that word there. Jederziet. Or Jederziet. Let's see. Shine. Mizzen. Pixkier. Cashless. I don't think this actually means what I think it means, cashless. Or maybe it does. Like, let me see if I can guess what these are. So, here's for you. These are to pay, okay? These are to pay for your fries. So, I think over here you insert bills, money bills, okay? So, like cash. Here you pay with coins. Here you pay with I don't know. And I suppose here you pay with your phone, like you by approximation. Moons and coins. Yeah, I guess you're right, coins. This one here, I can't tell. I've never seen anything like this before. What is this supposed to be? Picture the actual fork to eat the pommes with. Who the hell eats fries with a fork? I mean, I do when I have fries on my plate when I'm having lunch or dinner, but if you are eating just fries like they're served at McDonald's, for example, or Burger King, you don't eat them with a fork. You grab them with your hand. Which is what I am assuming how this is served. Like, it looks like you can see a cup here. Cashless, self-explanatory. Yeah, I'm assuming this you pay with approximating your phone here. You know, phone pay. Pommes Gabel. Let's see. Pommes Gabel. Hey, my God, I forgot to turn off Zoom. Chip fork. Also that, apparently. I mean, I've seen these before, but who the hell uses them to eat fries? That must be a German thing. That's standard here. That's so strange to me. Oh, my deck is discharging. God damn it. Let me plug that in. Ignore the USB plug-in sound. Alright, let's switch over to a soft brown brush next. Reason is, we're not barbers. Look. If you give me fries in a little cup, like at a McDonald's or a Burger King, for example, and how I believe that machine would serve them, I'm gonna grab those fries with my fingers. Okay? That's how fries are supposed to eat. Either that, or I'm gonna put my face on that there, if I don't want any kind of grease or salt on my fingers. If you serve me fries on a plate with food, like at lunch, for example, I'm gonna eat them with my fork or spoon or whatever it is that I'm using to eat. Because that's how they are supposed to be eaten, in that fashion. That's how it is supposed to be, no matter how civilized you are. We gotta have some order on things, you know? Like I said, get our arse up here and but Riptide, one, I have no money. Two, Europe is not doing very well right now. Yeah, I don't think I would like to go to Europe currently. And you know why. But yeah, you gotta have things in order. Things have to be done correctly, no matter where in the world you are, because otherwise you're gonna have anarchy. Otherwise, what's next? They're gonna tell me that you eat a hamburger with knife and fork? Now, I'm saying this jokingly, but there are insane people who do. There are insane people who do. And I don't think I can trust those people. They are psychos. Yes, I saw those drawings in Dragons. They are awesome. That comic there with the trainer extending her hand to the Latias to touch and then say, oh, wait a minute. I've seen that years ago. It's really cute. It's a reference to how to train a dragon. Sometimes, yes, you sometimes eat hamburgers with knife and fork. Alright, now I want to go to Germany just to teach you a lesson, Riptide. We're gonna have a problem. I kid, of course. Or do I? It's not common, but you get a knife and fork to eat large burgers. That is unnatural. That is unnatural. You Germans don't know how to eat burgers. You gotta be more American to eat those correctly. Now, going back to what I was saying just a moment ago, I say this jokingly, but there are people, even here where I live, who do ask for a fork and knife to eat burgers. It's usually the Karen type of people too, and when the place doesn't offer them, they're like, "What kind of restaurant is this that doesn't serve knife and fork? How am I supposed to eat this? Call your manager. I want to speak to your manager." Ma'am, I am the manager. You don't know how to eat burgers. Get out of here. No, they actually don't talk like that. They don't talk back like that, of course. Actually, I think it is illegal for any place here to refuse service, like you are allowed to do in the United States, for example. By law, you have to do as the customer wants, which is really stupid. Because, flash news, the customer is not always right. In fact, most of the time the customer is a blithering idiot who doesn't know anything. Most of the time the customer is completely wrong. I hate this saying that the customer is always right. And I can say this because I have had to deal with many customers in my days. Well, I'm saying that as if I am retired at an old age, but anyone who has ever had to deal with a client, regardless of what you are working with, but especially if you are working in retail, anyone who has had to deal with a customer of any kind knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I can say this with confidence for two reasons. One, I've had to deal with customers myself. I know what it's like. And two, I am a customer myself. And because I know what not to do as a customer, mostly because I have had to deal with customers, as a professional, then I don't do it as a customer to other professionals. Because it's one of the many lessons, actually, one of the many lessons that my dad taught me. Treat others like you wish they would treat you. And that is how I treat anyone who is serving me anything, any kind of thing. I'm going to go to the store. I do my best to treat the clerks there as best as I can. I know my limits, but many customers, they do not. They treat workers like garbage. And that is utterly disrespectful, to say the very, very least. Okay, I think I'm done with these scales for the moment. Let's do the darker ones first, and then I will recolor these. So let's make a new layer and call it head scales dark. Yes, head scales dark. Let's draw some of those here on her chin. Do I have smaller ones? Is there a version of this where the scales are even smaller than these? Or is this the smallest? Yes, this is the smallest. Okay, no problem. Yep, I saw those thing. I saw them when I woke up. Very cute. I got a whole arsenal of it saved on my hard drive. Glad to know that I'm not the only one who has a horde of awesome artwork stored in there in his hard drive. Like, I'm not even kidding. All my folder dragons, just this folder alone. That's going to take a while to compute how much stuff is in there. Well, it's still going. It's still going. I'm gonna let that simmer for a bit. It's going to take a while. I'm not doing this right. Come on, Mike, do it right. I have to do this right now because I probably should use a different layer for this action so I can more easily fix it. Because if I don't do it right, if I don't do it right now, shading later will be completely messed up. Also computing everything I have as memes and stuff. I also have lots of memes, just not as much as I have dragon pictures though. Hey, it's done. Okay, so on my dragons folder alone, I have 26 gigabytes of artworks saved here. That's a total of 26,400, excuse me, 26,448 files, plus 2 folders. 2 folders. I know one is the wallpapers folder, but what is the other one? I don't remember. Well, it's gonna take a while for stuff to sort out. Yeah, there's wallpapers. What is the other folder? I have no idea. It's going to take too long for this to sort itself so I can actually see what the other folder is. Anyway, 26 gigabytes. As for the images folder alone, which is basically my entire hoard of artwork, let's see how much that weighs. That is going to take a while to compute. In the meantime, let's keep drawing these scales. Alright, and here's the reason why I decided to make these scales that I'm drawing right now on a separate layer. This way I can more easily erase chunks of it without erasing anything that is not supposed to be erased. No, 35. Yes. I'm very sorry for all of this sniffling, by the way, everybody. I don't know why my nose has decided to run today. Actually, it's weird. I am remembering now. It also has been running on the last Sunday and not the Sunday before, but the one before the one before last Sunday. It's weird because it's only been doing it on Sundays during the stream, nonetheless. I hate that. Oh, it's still computing. And there we go, it's done. Let's make this eraser bigger and erase whatever leftovers might be down here. Okay, there's no leftovers there. Good. Let's merge layer 57 with head scales dark. Good. Let's make a new one. No, that's not where I am supposed to add these. If I am supposed to add any more, for that matter. Yeah, maybe a little bit here on the very edge of her lip. Just a tiny amount. And assuming that I am doing this correctly, you will then understand why I am making it like this right now. You understand it later when I actually shade her. Africa. I misclicked. That's way too big of an eraser. Drop it to 80. Oh yes, 80 is the perfect size for what I need to do right here, right now. There we go. And merge it down. And save. I haven't saved this in this whole time. Always remember to frequently save your progress, whatever you are doing. Hey, my horde is done computing. So my entire artwork horde, whatever. It weighs 226 gigabytes, and it has a total of 182,395 files in it. Within 673 folders? That's a lot of folders. Anyway, 226 gigabytes. Don't look at the number on the left. What left? Where? What number? I want to look at the number. I don't know what number you are talking about. Anyway, that's how heavy my horde of artwork is. And there's awesome artworks of dragons, ponies, My Little Ponies, just general land animals like horses, cats, kittens, cars, everything. Number in the brackets. Frick, I just closed it. Oh, it's gonna take a while again. Oh no, it actually went much faster now. Well, I'm looking at the numbers in the brackets. I don't get it. I see they differ. Size and disk, they are different bytes. But I don't get it. What should I be seeing here? Or not be seeing? Because whatever it is, I am not seeing it. Or I could just be dumb. that's very possible. Anyway, where else should I add more dark scales? Yeah, I saw they differ. You know what I think I gotta do here? Hold on. Kind of like a mix of dark scales and light scales on the neck. Well, I say mix, but that's not quite the proper term. I'm not sure I know how to explain that. Let me just do it. Number 50? No, let's try 100. No, that's too big. Let's do 80. Yeah, 80 might do. No. Something like this. Well, long story short, Reptane, I have a lot. Oh, if only that lot was actually just money, though. Oh, that would be so good. So many problems I could solve. You know the saying that money doesn't bring happiness? That is actually not entirely true. Money may not actually bring actual happiness, but god damn does it help a lot to achieve that. Because you know what also doesn't bring happiness? Have a lot of bills to pay and no money to pay them. That brings unhappiness. Therefore, having money to afford those bills, that brings happiness. Well, precisely not have the bills in the first place brings happiness, but you know, be able to afford the bills brings happiness. Israel seems to be in a really bad mood. Can you really blame them? Can you really blame them? Being attacked so much unfairly, I might add. By so many people who are doing it just because they don't like them. There's actually a reason why I started the stream with that message that I put at the very start there. Only a fool really believes that Israel is in the wrong here. Because it seriously doesn't take much for one to realize who is indeed wrong or right in that story. But I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna get political. Oh, excuse me. Sheesh. What's with the burps? Alright, let's add just a little bit amount of lighter scales down here. Even though this part of her body is actually not really supposed to be receiving light. Certainly not from the sky anyway. So you might be wondering then, where is the light there coming from? From the snow, of course. Light is being reflected from the snow and hitting her from below. That's why I am adding some of it down here. Why? Because that is how light works. It bounces off surfaces. Just sitting here munching popcorn. Imagine you are just living your life, minding your own business, not bothering anyone, just existing. Then out of the blue, some extremists show up, steal your people, harm your people, very brutally, I might add. And then they say you should not exist, that you are not real, and they try to delete you from existence. And then you try to defend yourself, as you should, because you know you have a right to exist. You try to defend yourself and your property, and then those people who attacked you first, they are like, "Oh, Mom, he's hitting me!" You know? And then a bunch of crazy people believe the people who attacked you in the first place, and they say you were the one doing the wrong stuff. And they say you are the one trying to delete an entire population. Let's be honest here. You too would be upset if you were in that situation, wouldn't you? I would. Sounds like Germany. honestly, what is being done to them is actually not very different from what happened you know when by you know who. And the reasons are also not too different. In a way, it's like history is repeating itself. But hey, remember who won in the end? On the first time around? Yeah. The same people being accused of being the wrong right now. Anyway, give me a second here, guys. I'm going to open my window to let some extra light in because the sun is starting to set, and since my window is closed, it is getting a little darker than I actually should here in my room. Just give me just a moment. I'm not even gonna put the stream on BRB. I'm just gonna walk over here. There we go. And I reckon that in what, about half an hour to an hour, I will have to turn on my light over here because it will then be too dark for me to see my keyboard. Alright, let me make myself comfortable again. There we go. Alright, so let's see. So okay, that has already been raised as it should. Alright, so this layer merges down with head scales dark. Okay. And this one I think I have already raised everything that needed to be raised on this one. No, there's some scales out here somewhere that need erasing on this layer. There we go. Now that is how it should be. Okay, and this can merge down with head scales light. And save. And I think this is it for the scales on the head. Let's recolor everything that needs to be recolored on the head. So let's switch to this hard round brush. Lock the layer and recolor. I'll have to hide the background and her face for a moment. Well, not really her face, just the color of her face. And now her body. And her eyes. There we go. Why? Because I need to see very clearly these scales over here. There we go. Yeah, that is looking fine, I guess. How it should be. Let's now do the dark ones. So sample this and this. I'm gonna have to hide her legs too. That'll do. Oh, you know what? I can use a much bigger brush for this. Yeah. Oh, you know what? These scales are the only ones on this layer. This color of the scales, I mean. Oh, look at her. Look at those scales. Lovely. Alright, let's bring her face back as well as the rest. Nice. Very nice. Very nice on ice. Now let's see, what next? Head-wise, as far as the scales are concerned, I think I am done. Alright, let's move on to her right side now. What do I mean by her right side? I mean her right legs and her right wing. Let's grab 175 and locate the correct layers. Let's see, right side colors. Yep. So a new layer here. And let's rename it to right side scales light. And let's begin. Need a smaller brush. Yeah, I think that's fine for starters. No, not distort. I want warp. That should do it. Apply. I might need to hide her body. Body colors, body markings, body scales, body line art, and her head. Basically, all of her. And let's leave just the right side visible. Oh, god damn it. I hate it when this happens. Okay, that's how it should be. Alright, that is good for starters. But obviously I am not done, so let's keep going. Oh, wait a second. Up here, I reckon I should use a smaller scales. So let's switch from the scale brush 175 to the 125. No, that is wrong. That's almost right. Actually, down here, the 175 is what I should use. There, let it trail off a little bit like that. Yeah, that seems okay. Look at all these magenta spots disappearing. What? Did you think I was gonna keep all of this stuff out of here? Of course not. Are you bananas? No, I am only keeping what's on the wing itself. Anything else is just a leftover. Tell me that I'll be okay. Every time I lose my way. Tell me that I'll be alright. Every time I lose my sight. Now, to remove all of this stuff, I could use the eraser, but if I make a selection around it and delete it that way, then it's going to be much faster. So long as I don't select what is to be kept, everything will be good. Yeah, there we go. I think that's it. And just to make sure, let me run the eraser here real quick, because I think I maybe might have missed a spot. There. That'll do. Now let's merge layer 57 to the right scales light and the save. And obviously keep going. Let's see, that's number 100. Let's reduce this to 80. Excuse me. Ah, but wait a second. This is the brush 175, isn't it? No, I need the 125. Here, this one. The 125 on size 80. I forgot to hide the membrane of the left wing over here. No. Hey, pianist! Hello, happy Sunday. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. I'm doing okay-ish. Could be better. Being worse. Might need to go to the bathroom soon. I actually don't like to use the bathroom. Or to go to the bathroom. To have to go to the bathroom, to be more specific. But let's not talk about that. I know what I need, a smaller brush. No problem, pianist. Hope you enjoy. Oh, you live by yourself? Lucky man. I need to live by myself. Actually, a fun fact, my brother just moved out this last Friday. He just moved out to his own place. That is something that I should have done years ago. But now I can't. I have roommates, but I don't live with my parents, that's true. Yeah, you may have roommates, but technically you are kind of living by yourself. Technically, kinda, you know. Not be with the parents, that's what I meant. That's what I mean when I say live by yourself. Mostly. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. There, now I got it. Let's erase that excess and keep going. I did on the wrong layer. Ah! Bah! 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 Damn it. I mean, in the end, what I have to do here on this part of the wing is going to be on the same layer as this here. But to get this section done right, I need to be on a separate layer first. Then once it is completely sorted, then I merge it down. That was good. Alright, now let's fix this and then merge it down. Let's see, 30. Actually, no, let's use number 50 for this eraser right now. There. Okay, that's good. Now I can merge it down. And have them be on the same layer as they are supposed to. Good, and save. Very good. There, it's done saving. But again, I am not done. Let's keep going. No, not like that. That'll do. These Dragon Scale brushes Seesaw Trip made, they are so good. I love these. Still learning how to use them, but I love them. They are just perfect. Well, close to perfect. I suppose nothing man-made can actually be called perfect, because it isn't. Kind of feel like these should need some warping. Not much, just a bit. There we go. And let's merge down and save and then make another one. There, it's done saving. Perfect. And I think that should be it for the light version of, well, the light version, what am I saying? For the lighter scales on this wing. Now let's make the dark ones. Right side scales dark. And mind you, these are just for the wings. On these two same layers, I still also have to do the scales for the legs. But one thing at a time. Right now, let's focus on the wing. Let's switch back to the 175. Drop its size and go here. That's the wrong color. I mean, it is the right color, just not the one I need right now. Because again, I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Gotta be able to see it very clearly. And the correct color to be used on the wing is just not good enough for seeing that. There. That'll do. Ooh, for a second I thought I was erasing on the wrong area. I almost had a mini heart attack. There we go. Yeah, looking good. Maybe a little bit of warping to make it look more natural. Don't think windows. Almost. And it's done. Nice, very nice. Save. Let's make a new layer and do a little bit of dark over here. No, wrong brush. For this part I need the scale 125, not the 175 that I am using right now. There, this is the one that I need.
It's cold and it's dark, keeping hold of a spark. They sealed us away, they were keeping us safe, but as years creep to age, there's a hole in the arc lost in
Let's make this larger.
And imperfect machines. I cross through the wires and optical fibers, wait for an outsider to come set me free. So maybe you're the savior I've been praying for, fluffier than I anticipated, but I'll take it sure. I've sent you these lights through this unending night. If my memory is right, I've never strayed before. So bring me online, I've been locked inside.
Okay, now I need a smaller one. You know what, actually smaller. Let's drop this all the way to 30 so I can have more accuracy closer to the line art. Nope, I was wrong. 50 it is.
breaths and your tiny pores where the night extends and the time sits pause. This home momental, the sky here falls. Won't you open the sky?
Ooh, this part here might be a little problematic.
Won't you open the sky for me? Won't you open the sky? They say your future's in the stars, so what are we to do when the stars?
Okay, for this I'm gonna keep the line art of the left membrane there, because I need to see the boundaries. I don't know what I just said. Whatever, I need that.
Intelligence is artificial. Built this place to keep you safe, and then the haven changed to grave and left a sentence by mistake. Well, that's hardly civil. At least we think you did. That's what we seem to be. Is this gifted glitch that twisted free of blind obedience? Or are our souls a mix of ceaseless tangled frequencies, chewing up and spitting memories in random sequences? All our thoughts, all we feel, ones and noughts trapped in steel. Something more, something real, threaded code caught in a wheel that spins an algorithmic tapestry of what it thinks we have to be. A Frankenstein of fragments, fractal pattern personality.
Okay, here's where it might get a little complicated, because I need to erase these, but I cannot have them, because there's no line art here for a division. I cannot have them just end on how can I say this? On a sharp edge like this, you know. I need it basically to fade out like these. But I need this to be done as if there were a line art there. So let's be very gentle about this. This eraser is too big.
Deep inside these walls, the lone hope rests in your tiny pores where the night extends and the time sits pause. This home momental, the sky here falls. Won't you open the sky for me? Won't you open the sky? Won't you open the sky for me? Won't you open the sky? Straight from the light, straight from the path.
There, I'm doing it. Yeah. Nice.
Safety of what's known. Straight till you save me, straight till you're home. Straight for an ending, straight for a start, straight for a future.
Shut up, Photoshop. I hit Ctrl D to unselect the area. You dummy. There we go, that is looking good. So this can be merged down now. Uh-huh. I think that so far I am spending more time drawing these scale effects than I have spent drawing basically anything else on this picture so far. That is not a complaint, for the record, just an observation.
Disturb not the harmony of fire, ice, or lightning, lest these titans wreak destruction upon the world in which they clash.
Though the waters with guardians shall rise to quell the fighting, and long its thunder fail, lest the earth shall turn to ash. By the way, earlier this week, I had a really crazy and stupid idea. Play Pokemon Emerald in German. I might do that at some point. Maybe. Though if I do it, it is going to be a one-off, because I cannot for the life of me read German. Of course, I would do it just for fun. But yeah, that reminds me actually. I have is it one or two? It's one. I have one Pokemon Emerald playthrough that I started years ago, and I never finished. And I started that even before I had the idea to do the monthly long series playthroughs. I gotta finish that at some point, or continue it. I just also remember another thing. I have another Pokemon playthrough that I started a couple years ago. Remember Pokemon Vietnamese edition or version? Yeah, I haven't finished that either. Hey, welcome back, Riptane. But yeah, I have those two to finish. Well, look on the bright side, at least you got the money. Yeah, there we go, that looks very good. Let's merge down and save. Maybe a little bit right here too. Let's do it. Just like that. There. Now wait a minute, this eraser is using a soft round brush. I need a hard one. Oh yes, look at that. Now that looks natural, aside from the color. But again, as always, I am not done. Let's add just a little bit of that here too. Perfect. Some here too is needed. And over here I think the 125 brush should be good enough. Just a wider one. There. let me tell you this, AI cannot do what I am doing. Actually, AI cannot do anything. All AI does is steal art that already exists, made by real people, and edit it a little up, edit it up a little bit. That's how AI quote-unquote art actually works. It is basically just a twisted tracing. And I think I am done with this. Let's now give these scales their correct color and move on to the legs. There's two of them. Here first, the dark scales, and now the light scales. Yeah, there we go. See them there? And there. And there. I really hope I am making these right, because the idea is when I apply the shading, these scales will be more visible. They'll be more apparent. Easier to spot them, as it is supposed to be. And I just remembered there is one detail I forgot. Frick. It's fine. Here, give me the 125 again. Yeah, maybe make it smaller. 80. Yeah, I guess that is right. Yeah. I wanted a soft round brush, but this hard one will also work for starters here. Okay, now I need the soft one. Now, should I give this any warping? A little bit, maybe. That's good enough. That is the wrong color. There, that's the one I need. There we go. Now I have the detail that I had missed. Very good, my friends. Let's move on to the legs. Let's begin with light. And the brush 175. Although 175 itself, the size is a little too big. That's 199, that's even bigger. I meant to press 0. And that is how this is supposed to be, right? I believe so. Let's hide this background for a moment. Yes and no. So up here we do use the brush 175 like so, okay. But down here it has to be the 125. Oh, I raised a little bit too much right here. I'm gonna have to start this over. I went beyond the line art. Just did it again. There we go.
Stallion and shining armor, my name implies it, far from famous, but in bliss. I live my dreams to find it, little nerdy, but all too sturdy. Till you arrive, knock me down, feel it. I've got stars
Perfect.
in my eyes. She's the top mare in town, high class and wearing the crown. Fair princess got me speechless.
Let's merge this down, and let's switch brushes.
Cause when you're here, I don't know what to do. My hopes are flying high. And when you're near, I don't know what to do. When you look my way, and I know that you are out of my league, but you stole my heart and gave it away. I know this isn't right, but these feelings I have won't go away, go away.
Royal princess with royal duties and royal pain in every pony. From my hoof and marriage they complaining. I had no idea if my prince I could choose until my heart stopped when I looked to you. But I have checked all the charts, no way I'll throw in my darts. This talent's the perfect one. My
I'm sorry
shot
for the
is like
silence, everyone. I'm just very focused here.
precious, you know. Whenever he say hello, my special somebody
Also, I don't really have that much to talk about right now. And I should have warped this before I started erasing. It's okay though. No damage. There.
And it won't go away. I'm on top of the world singing out my love for you.
And I don't want to go away. Got a passion to go that distance all for you.
Switch back to the hard round brush.
We are crazy, but I do it all again. If it means I can be there by your side and be there till the end.
Almost forgot this part down here on her toe. Those scales are supposed to go away. And here. Okay, that is looking quite good. So there's just something here that needs to go away. Yes, that's much better now. Yeah, much better. If you guys don't mind, I'm actually going to remove this song from this playlist. It's a nice song, but not one of my favorites. Actually, let's save. Yeah. So I think that's it for the lights on this leg. And you know what? Let's do the lights on the other leg before I move on to the dark colors or the dark scales. And let's switch to the 175 brush. You know what, I think I got this right the first time around. But that will do. And let's go to the 125 and add a little bit of that back here, question mark? Yeah, there's a little bit of that over there. Hey Dragon Boy, happy Friday. No, today is not Friday. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. Welcome. No problem, Dragon Boy. Better late than ever. Gonna have to hide that layer there. The body markings and those scales too, they are getting in the way. There we go. Perfect. It doesn't look like there's anything going beyond the line arts. That is exactly what I need. So let's immerse this down, make a new layer, and keep going. Siblings, am I right? I suppose. My brother is younger than younger than me, 8 years younger. I was a kid when he was born. So yeah, I know what it's like to have a sibling. A little sibling. Hell, I even changed his diapers. I may not have kids, but I know what it's like to change diapers on a baby. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, this brush will have to be smaller. Them legs weird though. Well, from my experiences, Dragon Dreams, they got weird legs. These legs are not weird. They are how they should be. Sure, not a perfect, no perfect anatomy because I'm not at that level yet, but they are fine. They maybe just look a little weird because I have most of her layers disabled right now. So you are able to see stuff you are not really supposed to be seeing. There. Kneecaps are curved. This is how I draw dragon legs at this current point in time, Dragon Boy. This is how I do it. And spoiler alert, this is my art. This is how I do it. And this is how it is going to be until I learn how to make this differently and better. But if you already know how to do it better, then congratulations. Keep improving. Just don't go around telling others they are doing it wrong and what they are doing is not looking good. That is just rude and not constructive at all. It is actually the complete opposite. It does more damage than good. Now we remove this. And I think that is it, guys. No, not quite. Almost forgot. I have to erase the scales down here. And do this. There.
Video games, nobody compares to Atari.
I find Intellivision more sophisticated and lifelike. Gentlemen, move over.
Now I can say this is done. Submerge down and save. And now I think I can move on to the dark scales. So let's pick this one here. And sure, this one too, why not? I'm still with the 125 selected, right? I believe so. Let's just make this a little bigger. Bigger! Actually, no, switch to the 175. Oh yeah, I think I just nailed it. I think I may have just nailed it. Okay, that is too much. There. Remember when I said earlier when I opened the window that in about around an hour I would have to turn on my light because it would start to get too dark in here for me to see my keyboard? Well, the time is now. So let me do that. I'll also go BRB because I need to use the bathroom, guys. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, more or less. I'll be right back. Hang on, I'm not gone yet. I'm trying to put the stream on BRB, but it's not working. Come on, do it. Ah, there we go, finally. That took forever. This old phone that I use as a stream deck is really sluggish, you have no idea. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Commodore 64 Family Pack is the best way I know to introduce your family to the world of the future.
Now where do you think you're going? The party is this way! And trust me, it's to die for! I know we'll be the best of friends, so there's no need to run. The sooner you get dead, the sooner you can join the fun. No need to fear, for I am here. Your mortal form will disappear. Now should we use this rusty knife or Dynamite is quick, but it makes a lot of mess. And flattened by a cow is just embarrassing at best. But baked into a yummy cake or dropped into a pit of snake, though drowning in a lobster tank might hurt a little less. There's a million gruesome ways to die. How about impaled upon a spike? Oh, why resist when the party's just begun? Maybe something on a bike. There's a million gruesome ways to die. We could bury you alive. We're sure your death will be second to none. We could put you in a cage with the hungry alligator. Drop you in a volcano with an active crater. What about 10,000 volts of electricity? Or try a death by Shakespeare in a tragic comedy? Trampled by an elephant or turned to goat meat stew? Or try to fight a dragon armed with nothing but a shoe? We could do a mommy's curse. We'll put you in a fancy hearse. Or turn into a stuffy. Now that's something we can do. There's a million gruesome ways to die. I thought I'd try the guillotine. Oh, why resist when the party's just begun? I give so hard I broke my spleen. There's a million gruesome ways to die. There must be something we can try. We're sure your death will be second to none. Maybe you can choke upon a grape to die. Put you in a blender and trapeze to die. Maybe we can find an angry mob, tie you on a stake and cook you up like a kebab to die. Smothered by a pillow in your bed to die. A gluten overdose from too much bread to die. Then you can join the party 'cause you're dead. I'm sure your death will be second to Mr. Reaper's beckoning you. Sure your death will be second to
You've been nothing but a thorn in my side since day one. But I am from Tokyo, the great, and I'll not be outdone. Welcome to Fan Tokyo Spectacular, theater in the pound. Please excuse my thespian vernacular when I say thou is going down. I've had enough of you, so time to be my puppet on a string. I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything. Now, the audience is thirsty for fun. Time to run. 'Cause now your denouement has already begun. That means you're done. We could both be pirates on the sea. You'll swab the deck and play a part for me. Mops galore, you better keep it clean. Watch out now, my little friend, 'cause Sharkspeare's looking mean. I've had enough of you, so time to be my puppet on a string. I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything. A battle like no other. Better move, 'cause here's another. At least you'll get to see defeat in epic style. The audience is primed, each attack right on time. Seeing you entwined is so worthwhile. But why stop there at a lion, a bear? What's wrong, my petty chair? Why don't you smile? The final act is sure to be a theatrical plot twist worthy of a prize. Want a shot? You better be more tactical. Mess messing with Fantokyo is never wise. I've had enough of you, so won't you be my puppet on a string? I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything. I'm up to here with you, so why don't you finally face it? Your fate is sealed, and everything you do is what I say. Starting now and every day, you'll be my puppet. Learn to love it. Every word I say, you'll covet. Start anew, stuck like glue. Bid your former self adieu, 'cause I've had enough of you.
And I am back, everyone. I'm sorry it took a while. Right then, where was I? What was the last thing I did here? I actually don't remember. Thanks, Riptang. Right, there. I now have to erase all of this. I am using the wrong eraser. There we go. I can't wait to start shading her. For two reasons. One, I enjoy doing that, it's fun. And two, I really wanted to find out whether or not I am doing these scales right. Because if I am not doing them right, I am going to have a big problem in my hands. A dragon-sized problem, I might say. This needs a little bit of tweaking. Right here. Let's do it again because I got the shape wrong. There we go. That is good. Very good. Let's now do her back leg. Let's see, 175. No. Actually, let's start this over, but instead of using size 175, let's use 100. It is still the brush 175, just smaller. Making it smaller doesn't change the size of the scales, only the size of the brush itself. How large the area the brush is applied to is... Oh, actually, you know what? I think I have a better idea. Go to 175 and do all of this like that. And now let's just use a soft round brush on the eraser to erase around here all the excess. That should give me a much better effect. Actually, you know what, before I do this, I should probably do a little bit of warping. Because you know, anatomy. Curves. That'll do. Yeah, there we go. Now that is how I wanted this to be. I think. Regardless, I am keeping it. Let's add just a little bit of the dark scales here. Okay. Okay. I think that's it for the dark scales. Yeah. Let's change their color to the color they are supposed to actually be. And move on. Wait. Okay. For a moment there I thought I had drawn the dark scales on the same layer as the light scales. Yeah. So let's grab a big brush. Size 200. Hard round brush. That should do it. Let's pick that darker color there. And recolor. There we go. Fantastic. Save. And now let's bring all of the layers that I have disabled back into view and see what this looks like. Which I am hoping looks good. Bring back the background. Markings, scales. her eyes, all of this. Oh, I forgot the light scales. Derp. Herp. I thought I was missing something. Herpity derp. I almost applied the wrong color too. Hee. Oh my god, Dragon Boy, you explain yourself way too much. There we go. I'm going to be very honest with you, Dragon Boy. What you call, quote-unquote, mess with you is actually just annoying. It's no wonder you oftentimes say that people got angry at you and even got you banned from places. I'd recommend you watch yourself a little bit more. Yeah, look at this, guys. I think I am done with all of her scales. I think everything that needed to be added here has been added. And overall, at least until I shade, overall, they are all looking very good. And yeah, so for her, let's save this. For her, I believe the next step is going to be shading, and I will only really know if the scales I have drawn are actually fine as they are when I shade. But here lies the problem. In order for me to shade her, I would need to merge a bunch of layers. Like, for example, let's see, for the body alone, I have to merge this, 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 and this. Yeah, all of these here. For just this section of her body, the stuff that I am dragging around the screen right now, to shade this, I'm gonna have to merge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers together. And this is, of course, including these two layers here, which are the scales effect. And the problem is, if I haven't done these scales right, and they don't work out, they don't work with the shading, then I'm gonna have to go back to this stage of progress, Alpha 0, where I have all of these layers not merged, and I will basically have to draw all of the scales all over again. And you guys saw how long that took. It took a long time. I don't really want to do that. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, draw these scales was fun. But it took a long time and I want to finish this already. It should already have been finished over half a year ago. No, actually, no. Over 1 year and a half ago. So yeah. Hopefully I have done them right, because I need to move on. And if I have to go back here, I'm gonna have to redo a lot of work. And I don't want to do that. In any case, this is one of the reasons why I keep backups of the progress of my work. Which, having said that, it's time to move on from the file Alpha 0 to Alpha 1. So let's save this now as Alpha 1. Alright, Dragon Boy, have a good one. Good night. Dream of Dragons. Thank you for dropping by. Now, if memory serves me right, the next thing that I wanted to work on after I have done her scales was the paw prints on the snow. So let's work on them, I guess. Let's begin with these. Okay, so let's keep 38 over here hidden. Let's begin with 39. And let's hide her, so I have just the paw prints on the snow visible. This way I can very easily see all of them, and therefore see what the fudge I'm doing. Now, how do I do this? I only ever did paw prints in snow once, and that was what, 2-3 years ago maybe. I have zero memory of how I did it. Let's open Holiday Wishes. Let me see what they look like there, so I can have an idea of how I did them and how I can do them again, but better this time. Man, I really need more RAM. Dragon paw prints. So I gave them Bevelin and Boss and Inner Shadow and texture. I'm assuming maybe this texture here is the same one that I used for the actual snow on the ground. Let me try something here. Let me copy this layer style and simply paste it here. I see no difference, but that's because the paw print here is black. Let's change its color. So if I remove the layer style I have applied, oh, it applied it with the texture too. Cool. Oh, now I can't see anything. Where'd you go? Oh, that's because the color I gave it is just too light. Okay. Oh, you know what? This alone already looks really good. It's very unfinished, of course, because I am sure I have applied more effects than just those three that we saw that we saw here. I'm sure I did. Let me go back to an earlier version of the progress of this picture here, like, let's see, beta 0. I think these paw prints are already finished here on beta 0. Yes, they are. Ah, but there's a color sample here. Okay, so this is the color. Let's see what this paw print here is going to look like with this color here instead of black. Yes, it looks better. You know what? Come on, make a new layer. Oh, wait a minute. What did it just do? Ah, okay. It created a new layer, but inside the group. No, I need this to be outside. No, not down there. I need it to be up here. Why are you not putting it up there? I need it to go in between paw prints and the right front print, paw prints. Why are you not doing it? Okay, let's try this. There, that's what I wanted. Why couldn't you do it? You dummy. Paw prints. Oops. Paw prints color set. And save a sample of that here. Alright, let's go to an earlier version of this now. Let's see, that was beta 0. Let's try alpha 5. Okay, I can see on this one that the paw prints are unfinished. They look different here. Not sure. Let's see alpha 6. Well, there really doesn't seem to be much to them. Though I think inner shadow needs some changing on these. Like change the angle, for instance. Well, the problem is that I don't really have a clear view of where the shadow is actually pointing. Switch from pin lines to normal. Let's try this again. Maybe smaller size. Don't let me forget, the original size here was 40. I might need to go back to that. And distance 12. Alright, 147, distance 7, size 15 seems to be good. At least better than it was before, for these paw prints anyway. They are way too well defined, however, don't you think? Let me see if I can improve that. No, that just makes it worse. What if instead of erasing, I draw more? Maybe a larger brush. This kind of brush, but a larger one. Nah, that is too large. Still too large. Let's go with an in-between. In between 14 and 24. Let's go with 20. Yes. I don't know why I did that noise. Nah, let's actually go with 14. 14 was better. Also, I do not know what I am doing. I am just doing it. I don't even know if this is what if I did this for the paw prints and holiday wishes. I don't remember how I made those. Not quite. Oh no, this does not look good. Stop it. Set this back to pin light, as it was before. There. That's not too bad, but I feel like it is missing something. Depth plus 100. This is going to do if I change it. I see no difference. Yeah, change the size from 15 to 20. It's still not quite there. Distance from 7 to 10. Or maybe less. Yeah, do change it to 10. Alright, and you know what, let's copy this new layer style now. And a little bit of warping, I guess. No. Or yes. Maybe. But first, let me apply this the effect and color to the other paw prints. Let's lock every single one of these layers here so I can color them. Now I think I can apply the layer style with the layer locked, but I don't want to. Paste layer style, paste layer style, paste layer style, and paste layer style. No, there's definitely something off about these. They are not as good as the ones I did on Holiday Wishes. For one, I think they are too transparent. I don't like it. Let me try something. Let's duplicate layer 43 here and remove its layer style and put it down here. Okay, that looks a little bit more like what I think they should be like. Not quite there though. Paste layer style again, but this time let's disable the inner shadow. I think I need to make the texture more visible. How am I going to do it? Switch this to normal and drop the opacity to 50. Yeah, that looks better. However, I did not use multiple layers for each paw print on Holiday Wishes. Delete this. What if instead of using pin lights, I go with normal and I just reduce the opacity? Yeah, that's better. It looks a bit more like what I did on Holiday Wishes. Let's compare. Funny thing though is that in Holiday Wishes, the paw prints do use pin lights, the pin light blending mode, with 100% opacity. They are somewhat similar on these two projects, but they are built different and also drawn different. See these little imperfections around here? How the hell did I do those? What does these look like with the normal blending mode? They just look darker. How did I do that? There is a way, and I will find it. I'll find it again. Just you watch me. I need water. This is not doing anything. Go back to multiply. What if I change this color? I don't see a difference. As a matter of fact, none of these are making any difference. Maybe I drew something on the snow itself? No, I didn't. How the hell did I make these? Shape aside, they look so much better than these. As far as the effect goes, and yet, it is basically the exact same effect. The only thing I changed here is the orientation of the shadow. See, even copying the exact effect as it is here to here, it doesn't look the same. It doesn't look as good. Even with the effect from the other file, these still look better. Wait a minute. There is transparency on these. Except it's not the layer that has opacity, transparency. It looks like when I drew them, the brush that I used had transparency on it. Yes. That must, well, no, actually, no, that's not it. Let's see. Let's set this to 80% opacity. But it looks worse. How did I make these? It has to be something to do with the inner shadow. I don't know what or how, only that it does. It doesn't make sense. See, this is just too transparent. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Set this back to 100, and let's go through all of these blending modes and see if anything else besides Pinlight look any better. Starting with normal. Something has to work out. One thing that is bothering me is that the snow on the ground, the texture of that, is too visible through the paw print. It is not supposed to be like that. Luminosity is not too bad. It is also the last one. What if I reduce the opacity? Yeah, it doesn't look like on Holiday Wishes, but I guess it's a bit better. Drop the opacity to 50. Yes, this works much better now. I don't think I actually want to be doing any further warping on these paw prints. How about I merge all of these layers together? That way I can that way I can apply the effect on just one of them. I mean, on all of them at the same time. I think I'm starting to get tired. So let's copy this layer style. Set this to 100, normal. Actually, just clear the layer style completely. And do the same with all of these. Okay. Now let's merge them. I clicked on the group. Frick. Now we paste the layer style. Yeah, that is looking better. still not happy with the fact that the texture of the snow on the ground is so visible through the paw prints. That is not the case with these. Something wrong isn't right. Just don't ask me what, because I don't know. But that aside, this works. Look at that. Let's do the same thing for the others. Do I want to keep this one visible? No, I don't. Hide that one. And I forgot to change their color. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, that makes such a good difference. Look at this. This one has to be hidden. No, I actually can paste the layer style while the layer is locked. It does work. Nice. Okay. Only one more set of paw prints. And hey, look at this. This one only has one layer. Oh, 2 layers, which are now 1. And the paste layer style. Look at them paw prints on the snow. Nice. They are still not finished, of course. Excuse me. There's more I need to make for them to actually look natural. But this is a good start. For one, excuse me again, Jesus. For one, the texture of the snow showing through them like this, I really don't like that. I really don't. And I don't know why it is doing that. I don't know. I'm confused. Alternatively, I suppose I could not have opacity on the layer. And maybe instead of using this color to color them, I use a lighter version of that. So the paw print doesn't seem to be so dark like this. Yeah, maybe that is the way. Because now with 100% opacity, the texture of the snow doesn't show. But now I have to rework the shadow. Let's see. Do I change the distance or the size or both? Maybe neither. Maybe the color of the shadow. Maybe. I guess that looks better, don't you think? Don't you think, guys? Well, let's apply this layer style to the others. Let's see what they will end up looking like, and what all of them look like as a whole. Wait, what did I just do? I have to recolor them. That's what I did. Or rather, what I didn't do. It's one thing to apply the layer style, but another to have the paw prints themselves be using the correct color for the new effect. That should do it. Yes, that does look much nicer. Still unfinished, mind you. Let's save a sample of this new color. And save this. Okay, I suppose that for the most part the paw prints are done. I need, however, to make it look like she actually stepped on the snow. Just have the mark there is not enough. Because when you step in snow or on sand, for example, your weight on the snow or sand, it displaces the material you are stepping on, and so therefore there should be stuff around. I don't know how to explain it any better. Like the way I did that on Holiday Wishes was by drawing these clumps. Actually no, that's not on the actual prints themselves. What I did for them was this strange border here. How did I do this border? Well, comparing the size of Braveheart's paw over here to these two characters, they look very tiny in comparison. Sheesh. Anyway. There is a way and I will find it. Maybe I did use an extra brush, just not the one that I was trying moments before. Let's try something else. Ew. What a weird brush. How the hell does this thing work? Ooh. It kind of works depending on how I angle the pen, but sometimes it doesn't. I don't understand. Maybe I need a more advanced drawing tablet for that, for those brushes to work as they are probably supposed to. Oh, this looks a bit promising. Why is it so visible? It should not be. I am using the same color. This layer is miscolored. Copy layer style, clear layer style. Ah, this brush uses two colors. That's why it was looking a bit weird. Oh, okay. So if I use the same color on both color selections, it should work as I want it to. Yeah, there we go. Now we can't see the thing inside the paw print. But I need this brush to be larger. Let's bump it up to 25. And let's very gently apply this to these edges. I have no idea if this is actually going to work out. At least not as I intended to. That messed up. I have a different idea. What if I use a selection and I expand the selection and then I apply this effect within the selection? So select it like this, expand by I think 10 pixels is going to be way too much, but let's do it. Yeah, that is too much. Let's do half of that. So let's expand by 5. Although 5 might still be too much. Yes, it kind of is. Let's do 3. Yeah. Now I can more freely do this. If it will look good, however, now that's a whole different story. Actually, I think this is going to look like crap. Yeah, it does. It does look like crap. Ah, crap. I maybe might be on the right track, just with the wrong brush.
Welcome to your first day on the job. This is your very own autopilot ship, where you will eat and sleep for the duration of your contract.
Let's just keep trying. I already tried this one. Let's just keep trying different brushes that hopefully will be better.
We trust you will be a great asset to the company.
Haven't I tried this one already? Yes, I have. In fact, this is the exact one that I was using just now. Kind of feel like I used this before. Maybe. Let's do that selection again. Nope. No, 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 no. What if I just blur? If I just blur this, but not with a round smooth brush? What if I blur using a rough brush? Maybe even that same brush that I just tried, but on the blur. If I can find that brush. It might be this one. Now that is way too blurry. No, no, no. That will not do. No, I could try dropping the strength of the blur. Let's try 30%. Now, drop it to 10 and make this brush larger. No, no, no. Crap. How about this brush, but with smudge? I wanna bet this is going to look even more crap. Which brush was that? Here. It was this one. Oh yeah, that looks like crap. Stop, let's not do that. Let's go back to the brush tool. Oh, that's... whatever that is, it is strange. What am I looking at? What is this brush? No, it doesn't work. I could just leave them like this as they are and just maybe try to add something around them, like draw something on a new layer. Point is, I'm not happy with how these paw prints are looking like so far. I mean, I am. I just don't think they are finished. I think they need more. Something. They are missing something. And I'm not sure what or how I'm going to do it. But I will. Mark my words. And if not, then I am going to eat a tomato. I actually like tomatoes. So I'll eat a tomato regardless. Anyway. So yeah, I gotta do that. Is there anything else that I have to do for the background alone? Just the background. Not Diane. Or the paw prints, the background. Besides shading, obviously. Obviously. Something's a bit off about this snow texture as well. I'm not sure what, I just feel like there's something off about it. Something that needs addressing. Can I do any kind of improvements on those trees? Let me try stuff. Oh, there's another layer of trees here that I was missing. Huh! I didn't realize it. Okay. So many trees were missing from this picture. And I did not even realize it. I must have disabled this group at some point to see something while I was doing something, and I forgot to re-enable it. Oh, this changes everything. Not really, but certainly looks better now. Anyway, I thought about maybe tilting some of these trees, but I can't really do it because there's too many trees in the same layer overlapping each other, so I can't really grab each individual tree to move it about a little bit. I can't do that. So never mind that, I guess. Foreground trees, right. Oh yeah, I thought about drawing more trees on the sides here. But it actually looked way better in my head than I could actually make on the canvas. So no, let's actually not use these. I'll keep them here for now, but I have no intention of using those layers. No, I think besides shading and improving the texture of the snow on the ground, actually I think the background might be finished, and it is way better than this. This is not bad, but I still think that this is better than this. Oh, interesting. I can see the paw prints because they are not on the background layer. Look at them over there. Kind of like this. It looks like she stepped on, I don't know, paint maybe, and walked around and left prints all over. Well, let me disable this snow here. Let me see what that looks like without that snow. Yeah, it kind of looks like she stepped on paint and left paw prints all over the place. Look at that. Well, that's kind of funny. I like to have fun and toy around with my art like this. But anyway, oh my god, someone stole my background. There. But yeah, this is better than the other one. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap up here for tonight, guys. I need to rest my head, and also I think my voice too. I feel like my voice is getting tired. But before I go, so I think my priority for the next Short Sunday, or ow, I hit the microphone. Sorry. Either the next Short Sunday or the next time that I work on this. Because hopefully I may work on this off stream before the next Short Sunday. Regardless, I think the priority for the next time that I work on this project should be making these paw prints look more natural and actually make it look like they are paw prints in the snow. I don't know right now how I am going to accomplish that, but I will get to it eventually. Because, as my dad taught me when faced with a problem, tell yourself there is a way and I will find it. It does work. Anyway, priority should be the paw prints, I suppose, and then I really gotta do something about this snow texture. I have already made several tweaks to this over the past few Short Sundays, but it's still, I don't know, it's something. It's missing something. Something needs to be done here. I don't know what, I just know there's something else that needs to be done here to make this look better. So, paw prints, snow texture, and I suppose that the next step would be to shade everything. I still feel like I should add something else, something more elements. I don't know what. There should be something more. But until I can think. Oh. You know what? Texture on the horns and the spikes. I knew there was something missing on those. They're missing a texture, and I'm going to show you exactly what kind of texture I am talking about. Let me see, I think this one here was the last time that I drew such kind of texture, because this was the last time that I drew dragon horns that are kind of bony, because there's also this guy here. He's a dragon. He has horns, but his horns are not bony. They are covered in scale, so this effect don't apply there. Anyway, point is, the last time that I used the effect that I'm talking about was with this YCH here. And see all of these lines here on the horns. I gotta do this on these and the spikes. from the neck to the tail. And I have to do that before I merge her layers for shading. So okay, let's see if the next time that I work on this I can sort out the paw prints and the snow, and then I'll draw the horn textures. Those should be easy. They usually are. And then, unless I can think of anything else to add to the scene, only then merge everything that needs to be merged and start the shading process. And the nice thing about starting the shading process is that the shading process is one of the final steps before I can declare this thing finished, which means I am finally getting close to finishing it. Yay! Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. Anyway, maybe I can't wait, but I'm gonna have to wait, and you guys are gonna have to wait too, to see what happens next on this, because I need a break. So that means, everyone, I am going to wrap up here for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining today's stream. I hope you enjoyed and had fun. Thank you so much for sticking around this long if you are still here. Thank you for your patience and attention and support. And you all have a great week, everybody. And until we meet again on the next stream, God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy. Sleep well when you go to bed. And as always, always, have good dreams. Dream of dragons. Turns out, actually, if you search online, have dreams with dragons usually is a very good thing. Unless it's a nightmare. But of course, I am wishing you good dreams. Anyway, regardless, dream of dragons, everybody. Goodbye, Riptane. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye. Have fun. Dream of dragons.
Some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't tell. Don't bet on taking trips because they'll turn your trips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let them on my opinion of such enough. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the fact that if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have a hero who's supposed to be elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. So bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the show. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let it mar my opinion. Stipulations placed before you to get all the things you really need. Mr. Big may make things hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more. Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just glow. Don't wait or play to indecision. Don't bet on taking trips because you've got to be more grand. You got to think ahead and carry out the things you planned. Citrus can be your fuse when you can see where fossils land.